Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robbie. Oh my god, that was my shoulder. Holy f***, I'm getting old. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Robbie. This is my craft corner. And as you... Oh, I just broke my goggles. Oh my gosh. That was extreme. And as you guys know, I have a slight obsession with Spring Bonnie. And a little while ago, our friend Luna Ghostess got us these Fugglers. So I looked at this one and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be super cool to make a FNAF themed Fuggler? Particularly a Spring Bonnie Fuggler? So today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I turned something like this into this. Let's begin. Okay, I'm just gonna use this guy as a little outline. A boobity boop. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do his ears separate. I kind of want him to have really big ears, so I'm actually gonna make them extra long. Ah, yes. I'm just gonna take this ear, make sure it's symmetrical, and then make a copy of it and just put it on the other side. So I only really need one for now. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy out. I'm gonna redo it. I kind of also want to round out his head a little bit, just because Spring Bonnie has a real round dome, you know what I'm saying? Almost give him a little bit more room right here. This almost doesn't feel correct now. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like how that's shaped a lot better. That looks a lot more Springtrappy. Go ahead and cut this out. Oh no. There we go. That's looking much better. Now we do his ears. There we go. Just go ahead and make a copy of it. I kind of want to almost make it in sections too. I kind of just made this little, almost like splice right here. Kind of want to remake that. Okay, try something like that. Okay, one more time. I got this. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. It's kind of like his other ear, just slightly longer. It's kind of fold over. Yeah, I like it. And then for the other one, I only really have to make the bottom part of the ear. Okay, very nice. There we go, and we're gonna have something that looks kind of like this. So far, pretty good. So I'm actually gonna be using a few different fabrics for this. So Fugglers tend to be made out of really funky fabric. Sometimes it's real stiff, and sometimes it's real soft, but they're very, like, textured. So for the overall part of the body, I think I'm gonna go with this. It's kind of like upholstery fabric. It's very tough, and it doesn't have a lot of stretch. And then for the nose and kind of like the chest area, I'm gonna use this super fluffy stuff because I thought that would look really cute. So using this neon yellow construction paper, I'm gonna cut out stencils for the chest, his little mouth, muzzle area, as well as the inside part of his ears, because I thought that would look really cute if he just had fluffy little ears. So now I'm just gonna do my best to kind of recreate the shape. There we go. Maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah. Just gonna write chest piece. Cool. Needs to be a little bit longer on this side. And then I'm gonna have to cut out another outline in here, and then that's where I'm gonna make the teeth. It's kind of like this, but I'm gonna have to get some pink fabric and put that inside so that I can make his mouth. But imagine this, but like this. So far so good. Then for his eye holes, I think I'm gonna use some of this felt that I actually used on my original Springtrap mask. If you guys wanna check out that video, you can click right here. I made 2 of them. They were both a lot of fun to make, and I used this material on it for around the eyes. So I think it would be a good match. Okay, so this was our inspiration. And this is how we ended up. Oh, I also am adding a little bow tie, but I can make the bow tie afterwards. So now it's time to start cutting out our pattern. Just gonna put this off to the side. Start off with the chess piece. Not to be confused with a chess piece, like a pawn. This is not a pawn in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's kind of a pawn. I don't know. It's not that important, but anyway. Gonna go ahead and grab our fabric. In this case, I'm using a fur. When I went to Joann's, the lady that I bought this fabric from was actually a furry, and she gave me some tips on how to cut it. Very lucky for me. So what you want to do is you want to cut the back of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a stencil of how I want to cut it. And then I'm pretty sure they recommended that I use a blade on the back, and I cut it kind of from the back, that way I don't disturb the hair on the front. Ah, yes. That's pretty nice. It's like weirdly satisfying. I can't really describe it. Then you kind of want to clean up all the fluffy edges, get all the loose fur off. And the chest piece is now done. Then I'm going to do the inside of the ears. Boopity boop. So now I think I'm gonna do his body. Just gonna lay out my upholstery fabric. Boopity boop. And then for this, we technically need 2 of them. Because, you know, he has a front and a back. Just kind of reverse it, I guess. That way we really get it correct. While I'm at it, I might as well also trace out the ears. And these also I'm gonna make a double of because these have a front and back. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all this out. Okay, so this is what he's looking like so far. Now I just gotta do his mouth and his eyes. Boopity boop. I'm also gonna do red for the inside of the mouth. I just need to make it ever so slightly bigger than this. That way I can fit the teeth and stuff inside. I'm probably just gonna copy the outline of this for the most part, because that seems like a good size. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, that should fit right in there. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna add the teeth to this a little bit later. Okay, and this is how he's gonna look when he's fully assembled. I also happened to find the exact eyes that they use on Amazon. I went with a 30mm instead of a 25mm though. That way I can make their eyes nice and big and kind of poppy out, you know? Because that's how a lot of the FNAF characters are. I just really wanted their eyes to be really big. He's looking a little wacky right now, but you know, after I add some of the withering and stuff, he's gonna look absolutely fantastic. I might also go in and kind of cut some of this fur just a little bit. But for now, I think it's time to start sewing this bad boy together. I'm gonna start by sewing all the front parts onto the fabric, just like this. I think I'm gonna start by sewing all the front bits onto the fabric. I think I'm gonna start by sewing the inside of the mouth to the outside of the mouth. So the mouthpiece is now done. So now what I think I'm gonna do is actually cut kind of like a little hole where his mouth is gonna go. Just gonna draw a line where I'm gonna cut. Yeah, that should do it. Boopity boop. And this should just go right in there. There we go. It's not bad. Just gonna go ahead and pin it in place. Okay, now I just gotta sew this guy on. Okay, and he is all sewed together. I sewed it on a little bit crooked, but you know, it's fine. It's a Fuggler. They're supposed to be freaking ugly. So if he's a little crooked, it's fine, I'm sure. Now I think I'm gonna work on his fluffy little chest piece. I kind of want to cut it down just a little bit because it's a little too fluffy in my opinion. So I'm just gonna cut the fur ever so slightly. I know, I got it all over him. Yeah, that looks good. Just gonna go ahead and sew that right on there. Okay, his fluffy little chest is now installed. I think I'm gonna work on the eyes next. So for these, I actually got the exact same eyes that they use for the Fugglers. So it looks like they kind of just make little slits and then insert the eye and then sew around it. So I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Just gonna make a little slit, a little incision, boop boop boop. Just like that. Oh wow, yeah, that's creepy as fuck. So I'm thinking, should go right here. Boopity boop. Looks good. And this is just gonna go right over it. Yeah, just like that. They also came with these little back things that you use to kind of hold them in place. They just slide over. And boopity boop. Looking good. Just gonna go ahead and pin it in place. Make it a little easier. Now I just have to sew around the eye. Just gonna do it very carefully. This is gonna take a while. These teeth that I always use for basically everything, but there isn't really much of a way to mount them the way that I really want to. So I bought some of these with roots in them. They were a little bit more expensive, but now I can actually mount them in like a plastic or something and then put them into his mouth. I bought a couple of these, and the first one that I bought, I just flung all the teeth everywhere. Boobity boop. Oh yes, those are some nice pearly whites. So since Spring Bonnie's a bunny, I'm gonna give him 2 big teeth in the front. Boobity boop. Kind of just like that. And then I kind of want to give him some smaller teeth off to the side. Just see how that looks. I kind of even just like him having 2 middle teeth, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm just sold on the 2 front teeth. So that makes it kind of easy. I just have to make a way to mount these 2 teeth in the upper part of this jaw. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit of wire to kind of like get the overall shape of what I want. Yeah, there we go. In retrospect, I almost feel like I should have drilled a hole through these teeth, but they just seem so dang fragile. So I think I'm gonna use this really thin copper wire instead and just kind of like maybe use this to help me keep it in place. I haven't really done stuff like this, so we're gonna find out if I can do this, right? Dang, I'm probably gonna have to drill a little tiny hole in the side of the tooth. Okay guys, so here's my drill press, and as you guys know, tiny teeth require a tiny vise. So I'm just gonna use this super tiny vise to hold my super tiny tooth. There we go. It's all clamped down. Now we're gonna use a super, super tiny drill bit. My Chuck doesn't even use drill bits this small. Oh, what a problem to have. So I'm just gonna have to hand drill it. Okay, here we go. I gotta be really careful. And there we go, we have a tiny, tiny hole in our tiny, tiny tooth. So now that we have our little holes in our teeth, I just have to attach them using this wire. I think I'm gonna add one more piece of wire to maybe help it stay in place just a little bit. Okay, that's looking pretty good. The teeth are fairly secure. They're not gonna get yanked out, so now I just have to make a couple holes where my teeth are gonna go. In the original Bunny Fuggler, they kind of just stick out in the middle of the mouth, so I'm probably gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna use my super tiny scissors, just make the tiniest little incisions. Boopity boop. Then we're just gonna insert them through the back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's horrifying. Oh yeah, that's horrifying. And I'm gonna go in and secure the wire using some needle and thread. I just need to tuck it in under the ridge that we made. Oh, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now it's time to just sew this bad boy in place. Okay, our teeth are now nice and secured. Look at that. And he has a really nice formed mouth shape, which I really like. So now it's time to sew on the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew them inside out, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna flip it like that, and then use a ladder stitch to kind of finish up the bottom part. This is what he looks like from the inside, and it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so I got this pretty much all sewn together except for the very bottom. And I just realized if I want to add his ears, I should probably do that now, but I don't have his ears together. But I'm really curious to see what he looks like when I flip him inside out, so I'm gonna do that really quick. The wire definitely makes it a little harder to do this. You can do it. He's almost like a little puppet now. Yeah, he's looking pretty freaking funny and ugly. So far, it's a mission success, I'd say. I'm gonna have to cut open this part and then re-sew it a little bit, that way I can add his ears, but other than that, I'm gonna start working on this guy's ears. One other little thing that I forgot was his nose. It's literally a little thing, and it's such a cute little nose. It's kind of a creepy little nose, but I think it's perfect. So I think that'll go good, like right around here. So I'm just gonna make the smallest incision where I wanna put his nose. And there we go. Oh my gosh. It's pretty good. Ah yes, that should be nice and secure now. There is also a little hole in here, so I'm just gonna use some wire to kind of lock it in. Okay, good. So now I need to sew his ears into his head. But first, I need to finish the ears. Okay, and I successfully sewed the fur onto the ears. Now I think I'm gonna trim the ear hair just a little bit because it's just a little bit too long in my opinion. Come on, why are you focusing? I did this with the chest hair and I think it definitely fits him a lot better. So I'm just gonna trim the ear hair a little bit. You definitely need a sharp pair of scissors for this. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. I definitely like how that looks a lot better. Anyway, it's time for us to start sewing these ears together. Yeah, that turned out pretty nice. I'm just gonna trim out the behind edge just a little bit so you can't really see it. Yeah, but I really like that. Dang! That turned out awesome. Okay, now I just gotta do the other one. Okay, so now that the ears are together and they look absolutely great, it's time to sew them onto the Fuggler. Now, I actually messed up a little bit and I didn't leave room to put the ears. Boopity boop. I'm gonna have to go back and kind of open the stitch up a little bit. This is just gonna go inside, and you have to make sure that the face is on the right side. So it's like this, and then it's gonna flip up, so I need to put it upside down. Put it in there, and there we go. Because everything is gonna be reversed. Now I'm gonna try and sew it back together. I don't know if I'll be able to, because of this eye now, but I'm gonna do my best. I might have to hand sew this part again, which I'd rather not do, but it's okay. I'm gonna try flipping it over. Oh my gosh. So I tried sewing it on the sewing machine and it didn't work out so well. The sewing machine arm keeps hitting the eye and there just isn't enough room to work with right here, so I guess I'm gonna have to hand sew it. Okay, so I flipped him back inside out, and this is what he looks like so far with 1 ear. Pretty cute, not gonna lie. Okay, now I just gotta do the other one. Okay, now I... Hello? Ah! Hello? Ah! What the fuck? Oh, that's... Woo! God, that scared the fuck out of me. This just randomly turned on. I don't even remember this being on. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so scary. Anyway, we're gonna flip this inside out one more time for all time's sake, and hopefully I did the ears correctly because I don't really want to flip this inside out again. Be very careful. Oh, that looks already disgusting. Oh, little pop into the eye. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes! This is pretty good. I'm just reshaping the wire inside of him. But other than that, he's turning out really good. Okay, so now the only thing left to do really is fill this guy with some polyfill. There we go. Good thing I got a bunch of it. I'm just gonna put it right inside of him. They have like a lot of polyfill in all the other Fugglers, and it makes them really stiff. So I have to really fill this guy with polyfill. Okay, now I just have to sew up the bottom of him. Probably just gonna use a little ladder stitch to seal them all up. Okay, there's only one more thing we gotta do, and then our FNAF Springtrap Fuggler is done. And that is give him a little bow tie. He has a little purple bow tie and pretty much everything. So I'm gonna use one of my headbands as a little bow tie. They're always kind of floppy too, so I think this would be perfect. I didn't really know how to make a bow tie, so I kind of found a little bow tie, and then I kind of looked at how it was made. So it looks like it's just a long strip of fabric that they kind of folded in, and then they have one strip of fabric kind of going around it. So I'm just gonna try and replicate that with this. It doesn't look too hard. So it looks like they also kind of sewed in the edges a little bit. They just kind of hemmed in the edges like that. Dang, I'm gonna have to probably do a little bit better of a job, I think. Okay, doesn't look quite straight. So now I'm gonna need some thread that matches this. Oh, I'm just gonna go to my thread drawer, Oh yes, I think that one ought to do it. Then what I'm gonna do is fold it in like this. Boop boop. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and sew this together now. Now I just had to make a little piece of fabric that'll go over it like this. And then we pretty much have a little bow. Boom. Oh my gosh, that's turning out so cute. Look at that, that really works out. I think I'm just gonna hand sew the last little bit on the back, and then it's pretty much done. Okay, now we're gonna attach his little bow. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Yes, that's adorable. It's gonna be a little harder than I thought, but it's okay. Does that seem like the right spot? It seems like it could be the right spot. And there we go! Okay guys, and now our murder bunny is all done! Look at that. He looks absolutely terrifying. Very, like, I don't know, very creepy looking. I really like his fluffy little ears. It's pretty dang cute. But also his gross teeth. Ooh. I'm just gonna pull. Look at that. Just hold him by the ears. Hold him by the one not broken ear. So there you go, guys. This is how you make a Springtrap FNAF Fuggler. In the comments down below, tell me what character you guys think I should make into a Fuggler next, and I might just do it in the next video. Okay, guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Peace, love, and Wi-Fi. Awkward ending. Okay, bye. Ah!